Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Hollywood's golden couple, right? The perfect love story, the power couple, the fan favorites. But what if it's all smoke and mirrors? Lately, cracks in their carefully crafted image are starting to show. And it's not just fans taking notice. Hollywood insiders, co-stars, and even former friends are coming forward with unsettling stories. Hi, I'm Stacy from Gossips. So, what's really going on? And why are so many people finally speaking up? Let's look at how Blake Lively stirred the pot. This story is one of those Hollywood whispers that never quite made it to the big gossip pages. So take it with a grain of salt. Word is, back in 2017, Blake Lively was set to star in CBS Films' thriller The Husband's Secret. Sounds normal, right? Well, not quite. Drama supposedly began when an indie screenwriter surfaced online claiming that her script had been passed around Hollywood for years, only to mysteriously resurface in a reworked version, now starring none other than Blake herself. And yet, mainstream outlets like Deadline, Variety, and The Hollywood Reporter didn't touch the story. Back then, calling out A-listers was practically unheard of, which might explain why this controversy is barely on the record. But here's where things get even messier. An old interview clip of Blake recently resurfaced where she casually brags about hijacking projects from directors and producers, acting as if it's just another Hollywood power move. And to add to the suspicion, a quick fact check confirms that Blake wasn't just starring in The Husband's Secret. She also conveniently gave herself the title of executive producer. Now, if you know how Hollywood works, you already know that half these celebs slap executive producer on their resume. Not because they actually do the work, but because it boosts their profile. So, while there may not be hard proof, this story feeds into the same pattern people have been calling out for years. That Blake has a habit of benefiting from other people's work. What do you think? Coincidence or just another Hollywood power move? Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds is not new to allegations. TJ Miller, who played Weasel in Deadpool, didn't hold back when sharing his experience. If you know TJ, you know he's not the type to stay silent. Unlike Tim, who quietly walked away from Deadpool, TJ made sure everyone knew the reason: Ryan Reynolds. And when I say he'd rather pass up a huge paycheck than deal with Ryan's energy again, yeah, it was that bad. I think after he got really famous from the first Deadpool, things just changed. He was like, "See you guys, see ya." And I don't know, would I work with him again? No, I would not. That's not just disappointment, that's complete disinterest. According to TJ, Ryan treated him terribly on set, and not in a just joking around way. This was outright humiliation, no humor included. He claims he never understood why Ryan had an issue with him, especially since he was just a supporting character. But after thinking it over, TJ came to a conclusion. It was all about Ryan's ego. He didn't have a personal grudge. He just needed to remind everyone who the biggest star in the room was.
Everybody was like, why is Ryan doing this? And the other weird thing is, like, maybe he got, I think he's kind of an insecure dude. He's really nice, but I mean, his Twitter bio is showing you the parts of me that tested the best in focus groups.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure that he's joking.
If you thought Ryan's on-set tensions were only with the guys, think again. His leading lady wasn't spared either. Morena Baccarin, who played Vanessa, Deadpool's actual love interest, went from being a key character in the first film to practically invisible in the sequel. And this wasn't just a creative decision. Rumor has it, her off-screen fallout with Ryan had everything to do with it. Things reportedly got messy behind the scenes. And after that, Morena wasn't just pushed to the sidelines in the movie. She was completely iced out in real life too. As for what caused the fallout, no one's revealing specifics, but whispers suggest it could have been tension over her shrinking role or disagreements over Ryan's jokes that didn't sit well with her. Either way, one thing seems certain. Going against Ryan in his own franchise is the quickest way to get erased. When Deadpool and Wolverine started making waves, Morena was nowhere to be seen in the promo cycle. And at the premiere, while the cast gathered around Ryan, all smiles, she stood completely alone. That silence said everything. Honestly, the whole situation screams Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni in It Ends With Us energy. When a power couple runs the show, you either play along or get played out.
Like a pattern is emerging as I found this blind item from July of 2024 stating that Ryan Reynolds completely iced out his co-star Morena Baccarin, I think it is, and she was not included in any of the promotion for Deadpool and Wolverine. And when you think back to it, yeah, she wasn't. And if you look at the red carpet photos, she's pictured all alone by herself, not with any of the other cast. Just like what Blake did to Justin. So I wonder what the disagreement was there. I wonder if she was questioning some of the jokes in the movie. And of course, Ryan's ego couldn't take it. I'm sure there's some ironclad NDA in there. We'll never know what happened. But the promos and the videos don't lie. She wasn't in any of them with the cast. She was all alone by herself. I'm just hoping she wasn't sent to the basement.
The promos and videos spoke for themselves. She wasn't seen with the cast at all. Every shot featured her alone, raising questions about whether she had been sidelined. Ryan's strict attitude, however, wasn't just reserved for his Deadpool co-stars and crew. Even reality TV personalities had their own encounters with it, and they weren't shy about sharing. During an episode of Watch What Happens Live with Andy, the Jersey Shore cast was asked to reveal the rudest celebrity they had ever met. Most guests typically sidestep the question, brush it off with laughter, or act as if Hollywood is filled with nothing but kind-hearted stars. But this time was different. Sammy initially played it safe, keeping things light. But before she could say much, Dina didn't hold back. She wasted no time in naming Ryan Reynolds outright.
The celebrity Sammy was saying that?
So me and Sam had our separate thing.
He's a national treasure.
I love him. I truly love him. I love his wife. I love his wife.
But he was fruit.
Who? Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. Was not great to us.
What was Ryan?
Oh no! I love Ryan Reynolds.
Dina tried to soften the blow by adding, "He wasn't great to us, but I still love Ryan and Blake." But the fact that she felt the need to say that meant she had already said too much. Sammy, on the other hand, attempted to smooth things over, suggesting that maybe Ryan was just having a bad day.
I love Ryan Reynolds still. Like, I truly love Ryan Reynolds still, and I love Blake Lively.
Yeah.
So when he like didn't want to.
Ryan's nice guy persona might work wonders on social media, but behind the scenes, not everyone seems convinced. Things behind the scenes don't quite add up. From questionable career decisions to relationship drama, the cracks are starting to show, and Hollywood isn't ignoring it anymore. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. And make sure to subscribe to not miss out on any of the latest updates and gossip.